game color.
Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay. One more night. One more night. Just feel my heart inside. Our love can grow so bright. We found a way into the grace again. Let's not pretend our hearts have life again. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side.
Guys, hello, happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful day for some Overwatch. Again, we are with the OWVAA in conjunction with the Right Media Group. Our match today is the Cosmic versus No Potential. I am Spifftastic Me, and this man over here is the man himself, Music Man. How you doing, sir? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. That's fantastic. And you heard that right. I'm the Music Man, and now a little bit about me that you might not already know is that I used to be the director of all this that's going on right now, but I had to step down for personal reasons, but I'm just glad to be invited back here.
I'm glad you're here because, I needed somebody to yell at and ask questions that I can't answer, so hopefully you'll be able to answer them. And for instance, one of the questions I'm going to have for you in a second is where these teams are. But first, let's introduce our teams. We got No Potential here on the right in the red. We got Clue, Neon, Jerry, Taz, Door, and Domigod. They are a tight-knit team. When I'm looking at most of the time when I'm looking at who they usually play, I see the Rhine almost all the time from Domigod. He's never really paired with Zarya from what I can see. Usually his off tank is going to be that diva, but I mean, it still work. It's just not the normal. I'm happy to not see normal because then we'll have a more interesting match. But who do we got over there for the Cosmic?
Well, for Cosmic, we have Gazorpazorp on the main tank discussing Benji, higher quality Logan, and Alupi. Now, the thing that I have to say about Cosmic is, so far, they seem to be a pretty dominant team. They're currently 2-0 in the season, and
Ooh.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Like, I saw the records for both teams. I think Cosmic is going to have this one, and I know how Bazor plays because I've actually tried him out for one of my teams, and he's a pretty good main tank. So, I don't know. We might see some big brain plays coming out of him mainly.
I don't mind big brain plays because it'll either turn out to be an amazing play, be play of the game, be something we talk about the entire time because how good it is. Then we get to talk about how badly choiced it was and when that happened. But we got the map pool today, and the first one's going to be over there on Nepal. And Nepal, of course, I've said it every single time. I'll keep saying it because it's worth repeating. I love the environmental kills that could happen on these control maps. Now that's going to be Sanctum that I'm going to be looking at mainly because it's the one that's indoors, in case you guys are wondering. but the other two are more open-aired and squared. So I'm expecting to see, if we're not doing Sanctum first, I expect to see Maze. Maze are showing up a lot more in the Owls, just because the 222 lock is there and live. But here, May is really good, I believe, on 2 of those 3 maps because it's able to block off an entire side or entranceway to Nepal. Now, what do you like or dislike about Nepal?
Well, like you said, the environmental kills are a thing to watch when it comes to Sanctum on Nepal. So I'm looking forward to see how many Orisa halts or hog hooks or even some boops from Lucio Farah. Any character that does the boops, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of those go just down that little abyss that we have next to the point. But yeah, no, we don't have the 222 log confirmed just yet on Valkyrie Activities
Come on, Jeff.
Association.
Come on, Jeff.
But no, that is something that we are going to be looking into for future matches, just not in this section. And I don't know, we might be seeing a lot more Orisa Hog Reaper May. Those are another 2 DPS duos that I've been seeing a lot in Owl. So we might be just seeing quite a bit of multitude from anybody going into the 222. But
I'm happy to see those.
Yeah. No, it is going to change up the game a lot. You know, a lot of people are just excited that goats isn't going to be a thing anymore, which to me, I'm a little bit sad because I'm not going to lie, I like goats, but it is what it is.
I mean, right now, the goats of now is Orisa Hog, and it's not going to reign supreme as long as goats did. Goats was pretty much the only thing for over a year, going on close to 2 years, of being like, especially in control maps, because the team that does not have control of it has to go to the point, and the other team just gets to defend that point. And so the brawly team is usually the one that wins. So, but May being played more, she is and she's also very, very good at stopping the Orisa Hog combo from happening, the pull and the hook. So you just gotta have essentially your wall is ready to go, so your teammate doesn't get pulled into them. I mean, before she was changed, her icicles did have no fall-off damage, then it had fall-off damage, and now they don't anymore, which means she can deal with snipers.
In theory, she can. However, the May player, they need to be playing a lot of Hanzo in that case, because her icicles are still just projectiles. So if you can see an icicle coming, you can just sidestep out of the way, and no damage to May, no ult charge for May. But May is a good character, nonetheless. Like, even when Goats was still the meta, you do see a lot of May Goats half the time. Like, even on Nepal in one of the Snows. We would often see Snows on Village. I believe the map is on Nepal. Is it Village? I believe
Village,
so.
because it has just the 2 entrances, and the May wall covers up the entire side entrance, and then you know where they're going. I mean, an entire team fight, because they can't actually flank you easily. They'd have to have split the team to make that even work, or throw in a Diva Bomb and then May wall the back. It's like, I can't escape, and they blow up inside. It's wonderful.
But anyways, we are still trying to get some of the players back into their seats to start up this map. I'm looking forward to seeing what each team has in store. However, not to give Caster's Curse or anything, but if I were to bet my money on any one of these teams that are going to win this match, I think it's going to have to go to Cosmics. Their map records, their standings so far. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but they've been pretty dominant for the past 2 weeks. So I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see if no potential proves me wrong. Because, upsets do happen. Like, last week when Washington beat the Vancouver Titans, that's a pretty big upset in my eyes.
Okay, yeah. I will have to make sure that we're on 2 different sides, and we are. Hi, how you doing over there? I'm going to be going with no potential, despite their name. Because one of the things I was mentioning before the broadcast is Cosmic seem more unified with their player icons, and No Potential has decided to unify their player icons as well, so I believe their chances just increased pretty darn well. And you know what? We're going to let them, I think they're still situating who and what's going to be on their roster for right now. So guys, why don't we go to a quick little break? We'll be back, and we'll get into our first map, Nepal, so don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Rising with each beat that the music is bringing. We're all flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Oh, welcome. My heart's so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no more
And welcome back to Overwatch Valkyrie Activities Association, where we have Cosmic up against No Potential. It does seem we have all the players in, but you know, technical difficulties do happen a lot, so I apologize for that. But yeah, with both teams in, we should be ready to start up the match.
I'm looking forward to the match too, because my experience so far has been it's almost been a complete sweep. We haven't gone to map number 5, and map 5 in this instance would actually bring us back to Busan. But I wouldn't mind seeing, because that's just more games of Overwatch. I don't suspect this will be a sweep. You think Cosmic is going to be the team that's going to take it, but based on the average skill ratings of both these teams, they're pretty much within 50 SR of each other. So I think this is going to be a very good head-to-head.
Well, yes, like SR wise, both teams are very close. Like 50 is nothing to just scoff at. Like these are pretty close teams, but what is better than SR is experience between the teams, because you can have a team that is 50 SR, but if one of them is just put together while the other has had 2-3 months of experience working together, then yeah, the team with the most experience is going to completely dominate. But
Completely
here we are
agree.
going into but here we are going into Nepal. We are going to be starting off on Sanctum of all maps, so I'm expecting to see a lot of Orisa Hogs as far as the tank lineups goes. What do you think?
I expect to see that too. I also expect that our man Domigod will be able to reconnect in no time flat. But this is one of those ones, again, you are looking for the pulls, you're looking for the hooks, you're looking for the boops. So I mean, they are waiting for players, and right now they have the Maze on either side. May, to me, on this one only of Nepal, is not as strong. So I expect to see different DPS setup from both of them, but definitely would like to see Orisa Hogs and the Lucios, maybe even either that or a Brig, because the Brig does have a boot potential and does have the brawling potential, but again, it's an open area essentially where the point is. So maybe snipers?
Maybe. I mean, I do see a lot of snipers on Sanctum when it comes to Nepal. Like, it used to be just Hanzo and Widow, but then Ashe came into the picture, and then Ashe normally replaces the Widow. But we got a variety of comps that we could do, because we could also be seeing some Pharah in here. We could be seeing a variety, but the teams just got revealed, and we are going to be seeing pretty much a mirror comp, except for the supports. Cosmic is going to go with Mercy and the Bab, while No Potential is going to go with the Ana and Lucio. So a little bit more boot potential for No Potential. That's a lot of potential in one sentence. But yeah, I don't know what to think about this, because both teams seem to like have the sustainability, but it seems like No Potential wants to go for that little bit extra. What do you think?
I think No Potential is trying to be more mobile. What I see over there in Cosmic, again with the Baptiste as opposed to the Lucio, is they're trying to be more bunkery, so they're going to dig their feet in, they're going to stay still, and they're not going to go anywhere. But I do think that the rotations are going to be a lot stronger over there on No Potential in the red. So just to remind you guys, top left in your blue is Cosmic with the disconnecting disgusting, so they might see a pause here, and then the top right in your red is No Potential. Taz is going to take that first blood against Benji, who is taken down. The pull comes in, and the hook was already used prematurely, so the hook wasn't there when we needed it, and it's going to be first position going over to No Potential. But again, I think it might have been because of a DC.
Yeah, because 5v6s, they're still pretty close matches, especially if you have good players on the teams, but it's by no means easy. Now, thankfully for Cosmic, the DPS, or the player that disconnected, is a DPS player, which even pros have gone out and said that they're not the most important role, and I think that's pretty obvious with Ghost, but we're still waiting on that call for a pause. So until until that happens, we have no potential basically already a third of the way in. If you're not familiar with Control or anything like that, it's basically King of the Hill. There are 3 maps. First team to reach 100% of the control point captured wins the map. And it's a best of three, which right now is looking like it's going to go to no potential. But Cosmic is doing a little bit of a flankeroo. Hold there for both teams. And
they're trying to find their positioning, and as I was mentioning, no potential is going to be more mobile, but it's turning out to be Cosmic that's trying to do these rotations to make it work. Again, trying to be out of line of sight of the snipers over there from no potential, but because of again the already being a man down, and but they were able to pull out both the infrared sights and the dragon strike from no potential before even the engagement really happened, and saved, of course, by the Baptiste invulnerability field. But it's still in control. There's going to be one more good team fight that they're going to be able to have the dragons shot from spawn just to kind of push them off. But let's see. I believe Cosmic could turn this around this last team fight.
Yeah, definitely. But they need to do something real quick because no potential is already at 90% of point captured, and they have 4-5 ults. The dragons are going to come out, try to split the team apart, and no potential is just dropping everything. But
they were trying to touch, but the whole hog coming out from door was enough to not even let them touch it to get into overtime. How rude.
Yeah, no, the knockback from whole hog really was enough to push anybody away. If you really want someone to deny anything from the opposing team, you would need to go with some sort of knockback, and no ability does it better than whole hog. You deal damage, you knock people back, and the recoil of it is very easily manageable. But right now we're gonna rotate over to the village, and
This is the one you're talking about.
Yeah. So we might see some Mei from one of these teams here. We might not. I'm seeing Farah Hanzo from the side of no potential, and I'm seeing 4 supports from the side of Cosmic. And here we go with a
okay, they switched.
So
they are going forward, and again, this is the one we're going to see Mei. And surprisingly, no potential saw what worked last time. They went more of a very, very far back team, which is what they're doing. The Pharah going to be up in the air. Again, I was hoping to see Pharah, like you mentioned there on Sanctum. First Blood's going to go to Jerry against Logan. So again, they were already up 1. Now they're up 2 as they are moving into this point. Clue going to be taking out that kill. Jerry Jr. going to get a double kill in this engagement. And they're just kind of, they are tearing this team apart, not because of necessarily one team is a whole lot better than the other one, but because they're already starting one team down, and they didn't have much of an answer for that Pharah up in the air, but they're going to do some switches and see what they can do. I still believe Cosmic could do it there, Music Man.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a match played out when it comes to being down a guy. Like, usually when one team is down a person, 5K, that's a team wipe from Jerry. Man, if we could get a replay from that, that would just, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too excited about that. Like, yes, that 5K was an amazing barrage from Jerry, but at the same time, Cosmic only has 5 people.
Even if they were full strength, though, their entire team was there. They didn't notice Pharah coming over the top of the roof to land down and get that 5K, which essentially is a team kill, because again, they're missing the one of their core members. Taz is going to take out double kill, getting both the BAP and the Mei as they're trying to move forward. And, you know, they haven't even called for the pause. They could if they wanted to, but they have not, because possibly that their off tank is just connect as fast as they can. But it does look so far, just based on how this game is playing out, it looks like no potential is going to take Nepal and possibly the series if we can't get that 6th person in.
Well, okay, so we finally got the pause here, but I don't know. With 63% of the point captured, and this, anyways, with 63% of the point captured by no potential, it's like, I don't know. I feel like this is very much unfair for Cosmic, because they've been playing since the first second with a man down because of a disconnect. And if I was any one of the mods, I would call for this match to be played over again, to be honest.
Okay, what I'm seeing, I'm looking at some things in chat, and it looks like they're trying to. They do acknowledge they think that their off tank is not going to be able to come back right now, which is because I would have liked to see more of that play coming out, but it's just not going to happen. So right now they're deciding to go with the 5. They can't find anybody else to come in. Who knows, Music Man? Do you want to go play an off tank?
I mean, as much as I would like to, I'm also committed over here. But we are going to see some ults being dropped to off. Here comes a Nano on.
They're going up in the air. They got what's going on. The Nano hits the Mercy. I don't know if that was on purpose or just kind of, you know, guys, this is just going to happen. And really unfortunate they could not get that 6-member Mei ult being used and basically right on top of point. It's going to get somebody frozen. Perfect timing for to get that pin. Does not finish him off, but Jerry's able to get the kill onto high quality. Door finds a pick as well, and it's just no potential, showing they do have potential when they're up against 5 instead of 6. High Noon up on the top does not find anyone. He's trying to get Justice right in the face as Benji does drop down. And again, that's going to be Nepal, 2 maps to 0, going over to the side of no potential.
And again, this is one of those where it's like, I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with this win because No Potential had a clear advantage from the start. Granted, they did make a couple of amazing plays, like this play of the game that we're going to be seeing by Jerry with that 5K barrage. That, no matter
he's
how
flying
you look
above.
at it.
He's him. He's being really, really quiet. Look, hi! Him to fall down there.
Now
waiting.
in Jerry's defense, if Cosmic had that 6th member on their team in that position with them, then it probably would have been a 6K, and that would have been even more impressive. But again, if anything, I feel bad for Cosmic because, like I said, that disadvantage is brutal, and I can't even imagine what their morale was after losing like that because of a simple disconnect. But
these things happen because, again, these are not just pro high-level tier players that are in the Blizzard studios. Some things happen sometimes, and people are in, some people are out, and you can't your internet sometimes.
Yeah, like
drops happen, and you can't get back in. Sometimes bad things happen, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Wrong! You put the past behind you. Hakuna Matata.
Okay, well, we are getting confirmation that No Potential is going to legitimately take that map to 2-0. So, like I said, I feel bad for Cosmic, but you know, if they played like they have been playing, if they play like they have been playing for the past couple of weeks, then I'm sure that they're gonna bounce back. We are gonna be moving on to Temple of Anubis here very soon, but I don't even know what to say anymore.
I think
after
they're
this.
going to be able to get a ringer in. I can tell you that. And they maybe be trying to get some people to talk them out, see what's going to happen, make sure they can do the role that they need to, because they need that off-tank player. But guys, we're going to take a quick break while they're sorting that out, and we are going to be right back. Don't go anywhere.
welcome back to Overwatch Valkyrie Activities Association. No potential up 1-0 against Cosmic. I've been saying this before the break a lot. I don't think that was really that much deserved or earned because Cosmic was a man down for literally the entirety of the map. But that shouldn't be an issue anymore because they found themselves a ringer.
Yay, Adoro has come in, and guys, one of the reasons that they didn't want to pause, they realized that the person who had disconnected was not able to reconnect. Possibly the entire internet went out. Possibly the computer started crashing. Possibly the hamster that was powering that computer went on break. But they were not, you can't sub somebody else in that's not on that starting six mid-game, so that's why they couldn't happen. And even though it was almost the beginning of the game, it's still considered in-game, so that the rules were there. You could not bring in somebody new randomly in the middle of it, so they waited for the map to be over. It went to no potential conclusion, but we're ready to go move forward, and now Cosmic essentially giving no potential some handicap. Even a more exciting match in case somehow they're able to bring it back, do a not necessarily a reverse sweep, but even it up here on Temple of Anubis.
But if No Potential does manage to go up 2-0 in this series, then a reverse series could still be a possibility with Cosmics. But I don't know. Anything can happen in the wonderful world of Overwatch. Like I said before the break, we are going to be going into Temple of Anubis, everybody's most favorite assault map in the entire game. What do you think is going to happen here?
Favorite? Okay, you know what? I like it more than Volskaya. Alt maps go. I do like Temple of Anubis more than Volskaya. Maybe not so much the second point, but the first point I love because there is a lot of great potential. There's usually the defenders have a really good high position to what you'd see on Paris, which, you know what? Now we don't need to even talk about Paris. But on Temple of Anubis, it's a foregone conclusion to me that you will see a sniper of some kind, and it'll be on the defending team because there are several perches that they can sit on and just shoot for free unless the attackers get a flanker around there and it puts some type of pressure, or it's just going to be free damage from far away.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that I've been seeing a lot more recently is the use of Bastion in defense on Assault Map. Like, you laugh. I'm
laughing because I know it's true.
But so I am expecting at least one of these teams to go Bastion, but that's really one of those only for the first point type of maneuvers that you do. So I don't know. We might see them go through the second point because the thing about the second point on Temple of Anubis is that despite how it looks, it is very closed off. So I wouldn't be surprised if the sniper from the first point would swap to a Junkrat for the second point because it is that closed off, and Junkrat is really powerful in the second point.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I've seen some plays where Bastion somehow still did work, and it's closed off so much because of the pillars. It's got the walls on either side, and there's really only the three modes of attack, but two of the modes of attack are kind of similar. So if you're in the attackers and you go down the right side, you kind of are in the middle, and they can still see you. If you go down the left, Junkrat, as you mentioned, is just going to reign supreme. Just keep shooting it down the corridor. When it's like shooting fish in a barrel for Junkrat on those types of chokes, and there are plenty of chokes to be had on Temple of Anubis. But when it comes to attackers, I expect to see dive, especially since we're talking about the defenders and they're having like these snipers, even a Bastion. You're going to need to have the mobility of a dive or a very well coordinated, which these teams can be very, very well coordinated, like Ryan Zari with the Lucio boost to give themselves a better position versus the defenders so that they can either roll over Bastion with like a charge and a bubble or flankers to kind of get their attention. But it really depends. I believe if the defenders take advantage of all the things that are on their side when they're on defense, they are going to be able to dig their heels in unless the attackers are able, of course, to find a kink in the armor. And they need to have the right choice of heroes, all these potentials the defense has.
Well, one of the tactics that I've seen people use up against a Bastion comp is running dive, like you said, but having an Ana as the main support, because with the Ana, what the Ana player does is finds that sweet angle to toss that Bionade over the Orisa shield, everyone within that radius, and then just dive onto the Bastion, and the Bastion then becomes useless because it can't heal itself. It can't get healed by the supports. I feel this is probably going to be the only thing to save its life, and if that gets focused down, then good luck.
I completely agree. I mean, bunker comp is great for one reason, and it's bad for one reason. It's great because they're all together. They're fortified. They're together. The bad part is, so things like an anti-grenade, Junkrat, all the Pharah shooting out from above. Now, the rockets from Pharah, of course, don't have fallout damage. And it essentially, I agree with you. If that Ana can time the grenade, you can see the visuals of a shield slowly going down and being broken. So if she can realize how fast the damage is going down and throw that grenade at the precise time, can do that, and basically be the initiator, the start button, the ready, set, go button. But again, guys, top left in your blue is a Cosmic, and again, Adoro has come in as the DPS that we needed, high quality, sticking on that off tank, and that based on what we were talking about, what does it look like Cosmic's doing here on defense?
Well, on defense, they are running a double sniper combo, obviously. But what's interesting to me is having the D.Va instead of the Roadhog. I'm not saying that that's a bad comp to begin with. It's actually a great tank duo with Orisa D.Va. It's just one of those where it's like you're so used to seeing Orisa with a Roadhog as the off tank because of that hold hook combo. But people forget that D.Va can easily mitigate some of the damages with the defense matrix. But over on the other side, we have a triple DPS comp.
We're gonna go the crazy yeet, as there we go, knocking them off their perch, essentially. Adoro is able to find out Jerry Jr., but he does the res from Neon, does even it back up 6v6, still going strong, but they have made the defense have to reposition. Benji and Jerry both get picks to other snipers, but Adoro finds them, so right now that's both snipers down on the side of no potential. Benji is res back up, so it does look like Cosmic is holding strong in terms of the team fight and person to person. Sombra is in the background, gonna get dived really quickly, does get out of there, but it's going to be first defense hold. Well done, Cosmic.
Well, that's the thing about this comp in particular. With bunker comp, the whole purpose of that comp is to solidify your ground, to stand your ground, and that's exactly what Cosmic has shown. Like, no potential. They could get those two kinds of picks all they want, but unless they get through that front line with D.Va, and even now with the peeling of the res, we have a full 6v6 again. So the fact that Cosmic is able to play bunker to its perfection against a triple DPS comp kind of shows why it's a dominant meta once 2-2 comes into play.
They're not going to be able to see these triple DPS comps when it happens, so I hope they have fun doing this right now, but the hamster goes in, puts some pressure and damage up under the Mercy and the Hanzo, who has decided to go back with the rest of his team and with the Widow up on top, but they are essentially trying to get position, try to flank around. Benji's going to win that Widow duel this time, and he's not going to need that red. Of course, it's not just him that has the res, because Neon does get him back up, but pays for it with his life. Did not have the D.Va to back him up that time. Got the Widow walls coming out from the side of Cosmic on the defensive side, so they are properly holding their ground there on no potential, waiting for that to go away.
You know, I was actually wondering when Taz was going to pop his Widow, because usually when it comes to stuff like that, you normally pop both sides at the same time, but now Taz has the upper hand, because, you know, here comes the... Okay,
EMP
so...
finds 3, the res on Benji happens, but Taz says, no, sit back down. That's where I wanted to see. Demigod finds his own pick, but the bomb, able to find Door as he was trying to recall and translocate. Taz also popping up, getting Gazer high qualities hit out of his mech. Taz popping off, double kill onto Gazer and a Loopy. The ball is here slowly capturing the point, already getting that one tick, which you wanted to see. We want to get more than one person on the point, though, because they are essentially winning the fight. Dragon Strike coming forward right on top of the point, but it does look like point 1 is, after this few attempts, is going to go over to no potential.
Yeah, and both teams had basically used every ult in their arsenal to get that point. So I'm actually happy that No Potential got the point off of this, because if they use every ult and still lose, not even getting a tick, that's just demoralizing for a team like No Potential. But we are going to be seeing some switches around. Taz is going to go on the Reaper, because again, close quarters. Reaper is good there.
Exactly what you're mentioning.
But here's the thing. Even though both, I'd say that point 2 on Temple of Anubis is close quarters, so anyone that does close quarters will thrive off of there. They're both actually the same size. It just feels like it's more enclosed. But anyways, Cosmic is still going to be holding their ground, kind of. Has getting the kill off of his
get the pick before he then he needs to use his Wraith form to get out of there. But I see where Cosmic is. They're in that corner. It's not having Jerry getting a double kill on the Benji and Adoro. Great shot. And Dragon Strike comes through, finds high quality right after he got demech by Taz. And it looks like one tick is already in favor of No Potential. Right, unfortunately, charges to the point. It falls off the bridge. It's going to have to take a long trip all the way around. And Taz is just following him. Gets the kill with the die as well as getting Benji within that. Nano Boost comes out on the Reaper as well. They're realizing how well Taz is doing. He was popping up on the Widow. He popped up on the Reaper, and they are going to get point 2.
The DPS on No Potential, I will give credit to. They are a strong force to be reckoned with. Jerry with the 5K that we've seen last map has right now holding off the Beyblade just secured at second point right now. And with 2 minutes and 47 seconds, that's a lot of time to work with. But now Cosmic has their backs now up against the wall because they need to complete the whole map still. They can get the first point as easily as they won all they want, but if they don't get the second point, then that's effectively a loss.
And I've experienced this several times on assault maps, even hybrid maps. It just seems that defense is either really, really good or not as cohesive as an attack. So it's not uncommon to see these go to a second round, meaning both teams get to attack and defend based on how much time they have left. But I mean, almost 3 minutes in there, and there's a clock up there for No Potential. Coming out for them on defense, it looks similar, but slight difference. Do you see it, Music Man?
Yep, Logan is going to be on the Zenyatta for Cosmics, and Neon is going to be on the Mercy for No Potential. But other than that, this is basically a mirror comp. No Potential is going to have that slight edge with the res, but even the res is really hit or miss because of how long it takes to actually get a res off. So Neon needs to be doing some pretty clever maneuver, especially since both teams have double snipers on their lineup. If Neon can dodge a headshot from Benji, then res should be fine. But let's see how No Potential does their defense, and gates are open. Let's see how it goes.
The positioning by Clue, the Ana on the defensive team, No Potential, able to hit both the snipers up on the high ground, as well as her tanks that are down there being... Taz getting the first pick off again, winning the Widow duel against Benji. Of course, Nomigod is going to be taken down by high quality. It is now still in favor. It is 5v4 right now in favor of No Potential, and they are still holding strong. He's going to get hooked into the hog, able to escape thanks to the pocket from the Mercy. Not going to let him go down despite the great combo that was happening and get pulled down from the high ground. They are still pushing forward, though. This is Cosmic team. They are trying to slowly move forward. The Zenyatta's back. They're going to continue moving forward. They are deciding to just go right down the middle. They're going step by step. The pull comes in onto Door. Door's going to be taken up by high quality, so they're going to be able to push forward with one more. But they're raining from above here on top of them. No Potential is. Great Ana grenade as well was used. The hook finds Jerry again, who does not escape this time. Taz again taking down Benji. The Widow duel is not going well for Benji right now, but they do have the Hanzo up on the high ground, high quality, able to find Taz, finally shutting him down. Slowly getting that one tick. First got the first third of the map, and it does look like, since that double kill from Logan, it does look like Cosmic's going to take the first point here on Anubis.
And one thing that I do have to give Cosmic all credit for is their pick. Like, yes, they did end up with that team fight going 2-for-1, but that one pick was on Domigod. Domigod being the main tank for No Potential. Domigod the shield. So as soon as you lose a shield, things get a lot more difficult for you to defend as a team, which helped with Cosmic's push and helped them eventually get that first point. But now we're going to move on to the second point. No changes for Cosmic yet, and why should they? They have all the ults that they need. But we are going to see Taz on the Reaper.
The Reaper and Jerry as well switching on the Doomfist, who did dive into the back line trying to get some picks. Taz able to get down Logan, but Jerry was down. He's already back again. The respawn for the defense is so much higher. Adoro does shut down Taz, who is basically pushing forward. The nano boost being used to save Gazer instead of necessarily getting him the more ult charge that he needed. They are pushing they are right on top of the bridge. There's no real cover here. The flanking whole hog with the Dragon Strike behind it to back it up. Jerry does find Benji, who's sticking on the Widow, who does have sights, so hopefully be able to use that to their advantage maybe on this next engagement, because right now No Potential is slowly cleaning up the remnants of this attack from Cosmic.
And the sad part about Temple of Anubis is that there's no way for you to fall off the map, because there's literally it's walls all around. But we are seeing some of the fights still going on even now. If I was Cosmic, I would have reset a long time ago, get everybody grouped up together, figure out what your plan of attack is, maybe even go on the left side because they really don't have any. No Potential doesn't have anything to bounce off of walls, literally, unless you count Jerry. But yeah.
That's very true. Now, the ult economy I'm looking at is very much more in favor of No Potential, but I do like that Benji and Adoro has switched off. They're realizing they need to be more brawly because they're going against this Reaper that is just walking all over them. With respect, he has the Death Blossom. Jerry getting off that Doomfist, but Taz is going to be taken out. That's going to be kind of their mode to go. They even get D.Va out of mech. It's another big one thanks to that pick from Benji. They're moving forward, trying to deal with the mini D.Va, who's slowly trying to run away, gets hooked and destroyed by High Quality. So they're up 2 right now. They need to push onto the point. They have a 6v4. Wall is not going to necessarily stop anyone from moving forward. The Bongo comes out, trying to get more damage out there. Benji and Logan, the Death Blossom from Taz was anticipated, gets stunned out of it, and then Transcendence just to back it up to make sure that they have more of a chance to get this. Nerf this coming out from the side of No Potential, finds 2, both healers. Great pick from Door. Jerry able to get Benji as well. They're slowly pushing that back. No tick yet for the side of Cosmic as they're pushing forward. Adoro is trying to win the Mei fight, is not going to be enough because Clue comes around from behind. Another great hold from No Potential.
Now, one thing that I noticed is that Domigod uses bongos like as soon as they drop one of their players. So that whole thing with the bongos, that damage boost might have been enough to help them, but at the time it really didn't seem like much because it definitely seemed like Cosmic was getting all the picks regardless of what was happening. What No Potential also had to their advantage, it's the spawn is literally behind that second point, so that spawn advantage helped them basically stall for as long as they needed to, and now No Potential won on time. They have 247 in the time.
They are doing great. And they actually getting Door, who they knew where he was. They got the pull hook onto it. And again, I'm being told that the bongo is actually called Supercharger. It's called Supercharger. It has a real name. We just like calling it a bongo because it's a drum and it goes in there. Mayall being used. The Blizzard is here and it's freezing everybody. Alupi does find Jerry after he threw it down, but thanks to that Mayall, we got Door and Clue finding picks of their own, but Benji and High Quality also getting Domigod and Clue. Double kill for Benji. Cosmic is slowly getting that first tick. They're slowly winning this. They're 2 members on point against the D.Va and the Moira. And unfortunately, the roll from Benji actually made him go off trying to get his health pack because he didn't have any of his healers here. So he is going to have to retreat, but they were able to get 50.6%, and they have a minute and a half to continue to get the full .2.
For this last push, however, I was kind of wondering how much longer is CLU going to be holding on to his Transcendence, because he didn't use that to provide up before either. But then it turns out you don't need to. It seems like
when I was Zenyatta, I'm only thinking of who am I countering with this ult? And right now, it would have been a Mei, but Benji only just switched. He's waiting for a great potential, maybe even just waiting for that last team fight, because they're going to have this team fight, maybe extended, and be able to have a second one. But we got a flanking Taz going all the way in the back. Clue able to take down a Loopy, and they realize the Reaper's there. Reaper is going to try and use he was trying to wraith out of there, but the Mei wall actually prevented him from rejoining the rest of his team, but it doesn't matter because No Potential is continuing to roll over this attack. They still got one more chance here, Cosmic. Can they do it? They got some ults that they can use.
I don't know. Like I feel bad again. I'm starting to feel bad for Cosmic because, well, this time for a different reason. I think I actually did apply Caster's Curse. but yeah, no Potential is doing a great job holding on to the second point for their deal live. 30 seconds is already just got announced in game. They have a clear ult advantage over Cosmic, and they don't need to drop everything, but they need to drop certain ults at the right time. And as I say that, High Quality gets a nice kill off of Taz.
They've done that almost every single time. They pushed in, they knew somebody was probably waiting here. They got the halt hook and they caught somebody, and then they pushed forward onto the point. We got Transcendence being used. The wall, great wall to kind of solidify the rest of the team. Die comes back, the bomb comes out, not finding anyone. Transcendence, of course, countering that great Death Blossom. Another Mei ult coming to the side of No Potential. Jerry looking to kill a Loopy. Door able to find High Quality. It is right now, it is going more in favor of No Potential. No Potential, able to hold back. They had more Qs at their disposal. Great Mei wall, and it's going to be them taking Anubis.
So 2-0, like partially like what I called out earlier for No Potential. So reverse sweep is still possible for Cosmic. I still have faith in them, but let's take a quick look at the play of the game with Neon, who basically helped stall out with the Mei wall at the last point.
This is definitely in thanks to Jerry as well. That was Jerry's ult being used, but of course supports don't get shown enough love, and you know, I love them being able to have love for that. So again, right now Cosmic not able to take the win there. I think they had very good initiation towards every single attack. Again, they kept finding a pick, either the D.Va up on the high ground over the archway when they were coming in, or the Reaper on that last one. So they were always up, but it took them those extra 10 seconds to reposition to get to the point, and by then the respawn comes in, and it might be a delayed full 6-man, but they essentially knew that, hey, wait for him to respawn, we're fine, and we're just holding the other side of the point. So even though they got that pick, it's still, the engagement overall ended up being 6v6.
Yeah, and again, no potential, showing that they have a pretty strong defense here. And they definitely have the momentum to boot for this series, going up 2-0 against a team that is 2-0 so far in the series, or in the season. But who knows? Maybe no potential will show everybody that they have the potential to knock off the top no team way for you to fall off the map, because their activities association. Literally, up next we're going to be going over to all around, but we will be there shortly. We just
we're going to take a break. You know, these teams, Disgusting just got back. He was the one that unfortunately DC'd. It seems that he was able to get his modem back up and whatever. So guys, quick, 3-5 minute break. Let the teams rejoice that they are back to their original players that they initiatedly in saying was going to be here in the 6v6, and we'll be back for Kings Row.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Overwatch Valkyrie Activities Association. No potential up 2-0 against Cosmics as we're going into King's Row. But now, in case you're just tuning in to us, I said that the first map was kind of like not really well earned because Cosmic has basically been playing with a man down all map. But this last map on Temple of Anubis, that was definitely earned. No potential had a very, very strong defense on the second point, especially at the backs of Jerry and Taz.
Has definitely shown there, even on point one, popping those heads on Widow, just winning the Widow duel against Benji at least 3 out of 4 times. I'm sure there was more than 4 times, but I almost always would see Taz getting that first pick, able to get Benji out. Now, and I love that the backups, every time that a Widow went down, you saw the res right their way, so great job on the Mercies there. But despite what I thought Cosmic was doing a lot of things right on the point 2, pushing forward as a team, getting an early pick, it just wasn't enough to let them get the full capture on point 2. They got over 50%. But No Potential was able to get where they needed to. The flanks with Taz on the Reaper, the May walls being used to split the team. It was just a great defense from No Potential, and it's not. And Cosmic had great advances, just ran into even a better defense on the side of No Potential.
Now, I know that I've been like making excuses for Cosmic for the past couple of games, but
Probably because you voted them to win.
yeah, no, that's exactly the reason. But yeah, no, the only excuse that I have for why Cosmic lost the last map was because they were coming in with a ringer. Now, granted, he did do a pretty good job in his role. It just wasn't enough to surpass No Potential's defense. However, the good news is that Cosmic now has their full roster. Disgusting is back in. Hopefully, his internet issues are, fixed right where they need to be.
Fed, the duct tape is firmly back in place, and we're here on King's Row. And King's Row, as most people in the Overwatch community, there's several things people could say bad about some maps, Paris to be one, or any assault map for that matter. But when it comes to King's Row, it's, I'd say, at least a 90% approval rating. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with that. And, to be fair, this is the home of the mascot of Overwatch, so you kind of can't really argue with that.
They had that great short with Widow as well when Tracer was there, so it was. Yeah. This is a great map both because of those reasons and because I like hybrid maps in general because of the different kind of gameplay throughout the entire match.
Not to mention that there was an event and a story mode based off of King's Row. Like, you get to play the hero in that story mode. Not to say that you aren't playing the hero anyways, because this is Overwatch, we're all heroes, and as Mercy says, heroes never die. But
they never do die.
But yeah, here the teams going through that first point. Oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Look, I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and I want you to point it out because, again, guys, just remind you, top left in your blue is Cosmic, type right in your red is No Potential. They are really leading the series 2-0. I know you want to say it. Go for it. What is Cosmic doing for defense?
So Cosmic is playing Goats. Now, if you don't know what Goats is a triple tank, triple support composition, usually composed of Rein, Zarya, D.Va, Brig, Zen, and Lucio. That's your comp, which is what Cosmic has over here. And the whole purpose of this is everybody kind of plays close together. You have 3 tanks that are mainly doing all the damage, and you have 3 supports that are keeping the tanks alive. And as I say that, High Quality gets the first pick off of Jerry on the Reinhardt, who Jerry's been pretty... What?
They pushed forward. They had a right. Now, I loved how aggressive Jerry was playing because that's what you need to do. You need to push the W key, make some space. But when you then realize, oh, wait, the entire defensive side of the team is all there together, too. That he was able to get taken down thanks to the focus fire from the Goats comp coming out from Cosmic, and they're going to try it again. I like the aggressiveness of pushing out onto points. Be taken down again. The May wall does split him in half, so they can try and get that over. They are even 5v5 as Jerry and Logan both take a dirt nap thanks to that pick from Taz. Charge comes out as well, but it looks like they are going to be retreating and regrouping. No Potential is, despite that they were even, but it's if the Reinhardt's there, that's what they kind of go around. If the Reinhardt gets down first, it's almost a foregone conclusion usually because you need that shield, you need that resistance distance. You need that foothold. Another great Maywall is going to block off someone. Disgusting gets taken down by Door. Taz finds a pick as well. No Potential up 6v4 in this engagement as they're pushing all the way to the archway. Diva Bomb comes out on the side. We got a Lucio ult being used. We got the May block being used as well to keep him alive. A Shatter comes out, just gets Neon, who has used that. Dragon Strike being used. Transcendence being used to block that damage coming up from the Dragon Strike as well. They are still here. Ghostly, who's able to use the May ult, the Blizzard, to start freezing up and keeping him off the point. The charge does find Ghostly thanks to the booping potential that happened, but Jerry Junior Freezers is off Gazor, who did finally get that one pick, but they're still holding strong. They got over 50% of the map on the point here, though. A grab comes out, Shatter comes down, does knock down Disgusting, who had used that grab essentially just in the Reinhardt. No picks coming from that. Absolutely fine. The charge does get Disgusting, though, so Taz able to finish him off. Jerry Jr. able to get Benji, and it does look like No Potential is going to unlock the payload here on Kings Row.
Yeah, and the thing about Goats, and one of the, well, I wouldn't say many faults, because Goats is still a strong comp when you don't have a 2-2-2 lock. But the thing about Goats is that there's certain key players that once they go down, you basically have to regroup, otherwise you're feeding. Reinhardt, for example, as I say, Gazor goes down by Door. Door uses a grab to get as many as he can, and the EMP comes, well, not EMP, but what am I saying?
Oh, triple man Shatter on the ground. And you see this a lot with Kings Row when they only have the Lucio sitting back being the babysitter, driving Miss Daisy, that is the payload, and they're holding the defensive team of Cosmic up just so far. So even though they're down a member, they're playing 5v6 essentially at this forward location.
Down,
it doesn't matter if they lose the team fight, because by the time they respawn, they are back to where the payload is, and they're making it have to be 2 fights instead of 1 again for the Cosmic to get to the payload. And it does look like No Potential is going to get unlock the payload out. And I like the switch that came out from Taz. He had switched off from the Hanzo instead going onto that Sombra. Sombra is a very good annoyance essentially to deal with this Goats comp that is here, but they still haven't even gone past to where point B is, and they're going to move forward. Great May wall again from the side. EMP fights all six are EMP. That's no abilities for you. All the shields go away as well, and May ult being used as well to simply stop it being countered by the Transcendence, but it doesn't matter because right now they're slowly moving forward. Lucio's able to join the team fight now as he brings the payload over here to point B.
And this is why you are the play-by-play guy over here, and I'm the guy that just makes the dumb jokes at the end of every match. But no Potential did have a good fight win just now. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to stop the payload from getting to that second point, because they were just pushed too far ahead. The EMP was massive from Taz, and that definitely helps skew the fight in their favor. And Ghostly following up with the May, another ultimate that is very good against Ghost, because if you're frozen, that means no shield from the Reinhardt, no bubbles from the Zarya, no defense matrix from the Diva.
Even a 4-man Shatter being comboed by a Diva, you're going to get a double kill from high quality onto Clue and Door. Gage is going to find somebody else, and Jerry's going to say, nope, screw this, kill myself, jump off the edge. I'm not going to let you get any ult charge. I'm going to regroup with my team so I can continue to push forward as 6.
Yeah, and that's actually a good call by Jerry, because when it comes to Goats, you really can't play like a bunch of individuals that just happen to be on the team. You really need to be playing as a 6-man team, or a 6-woman team, however your team is composed of.
It's player team.
6-player team. Thank you. Shatter is going to come down from there.
Lucio is there to save him. Thanks to you, Lupi, but Gazer still falls thanks to the focus fire. High quality got hacked. Not able to use any defensive matrix that he needed to. Is going to hit out of that mech. Gazer is gone, but it's a grab. Finds 4 in there. Looking to be cleaned up, and they're going to clean it up. No Potential is essentially going to be getting this last map thanks to the May wall that could have stayed up, but the Ryan is here going to try and charge on the point. Does stop it thanks to a great EMP. That's going to be a full capture here for No Potential on Kings Row.
Now, I don't know if this is obvious to anybody yet or not, but if there's one thing that No Potential has going for them, is their proper use of their ultimates. Because when it was the Ghost v Ghosts meta, the ultimates were a big thing, and how you use your ultimates dictated how the fight was going to go. And No Potential proved to us that even if you're running 2-2-2, you can still have a better ult economy against Goats. The Blizzard from May.
It was working.
Blizzard from May, EMP from Taz. It's like all those. Once you
were kicking butt because they were kicking butt.
But No Potential is going to get all 3 points with, again, 2 minutes 46 seconds on the clock in their time. Bang.
There were some great alt usages on the side of the goats, despite that they were running into a 2-2-2. Essentially, what was going on. I love that they went with the Sombra. The only person that could really deal with the Sombra is the D.Va. That's why you saw D.Va hacked almost the entire time, as much as you could, because again, that's a lot of when the shield from the Reinhardt goes down, D.Va's usually there with their Zarya to try to absorb all the damage that because Reinhardt's just getting focused. He was getting destroyed. You saw Jerry get destroyed almost every single attempt on the first point until they finally got it to work. Where they were able to start getting the pick. Great Mei walls were essentially what I believe contributed to that, because they were to block off two people who overextended. Usually you don't want to see the defenders too far up towards the statue, which is what it's called. And the obvious choke, you don't want to hold that because there's not a lot of really good defensive positions you can back up to. But we do see Jerry up here looking for an early fire strike, and then he's going to back up to the point here on the defensive side. And they are whip brawly. They're expecting to see goats again from Cosmic, and they do see it, so they're already preemptively thinking, all right, let's get a Mei, let's get a Reaper. We can brawl with them too, only we're going to have a lot more damage output until high quality, and the focus onto Jerry again is enough. And they're going to get Door as well. That's 2 down. Cosmic up 6v4. 6v3 is Disgusting gets a double kill. Reaper is actually by the statue, just chilling.
Here's the thing. I'm not surprised that Cosmic got the point as easily as they did, because when you think back to the last half, they held off for quite some time. They were just burning time. So them getting the point this quick and Logan getting another pick on Jerry, this is basically like textbook play that you would see from Goats.
Cosmic, of course, already up that 6v4 until I think Taz was just left behind, essentially. He was there by the statue when the point was being captured. I was curious if he was going to try and contest for a little bit, but no, it's not going to happen. He did try to regroup the rest of his team, but by then he already had one person down. So now we got Babysitter Zenyatta from Logan's probably going to be here babysitting the payload as we see Cosmic doing what No Potential was doing and holding forward. But I do see that No Potential is able to actually regroup faster and not let themselves be pushed back so much. Rally coming out from Benji on the side of Cosmic. Shatter comes down, finds 4 on the ground, looking for a charge. Mei ult being used as well. That's Benji, a loopy, and high quality, all frozen solid to allow Clue to get that pick and allow to get him de-mech from high quality. Taz with a kill onto Mini D.Va as well. And they're going to start pushing forward, but Mei Wall is not able to hold off Gazer. Daz just popping off here, as the DPS is prone to do. Hack onto Ryan is going to make sure he can't put his shield up, not able to go anywhere, going to frozen and destroyed, but Disgusting does get Ghostly on their retreat as Cosmic needs to regroup and push forward because they're going to have more than the one fight that we saw before.
Now, honestly, if I was Cosmic in this situation, this next fight, I would use whatever opportunity there is to use that Transcendence and then tell Logan, hey, get on Diana, we need more healing, because with a fight like that, as Goats, you don't want to be going down easily. And Zen, while Zen is the better support for Goats, it's not the most ideal, because while the Discord Orb does help, here comes an EMP, gets 5.
5-man EMP, even getting the Lucio, which is what you wanted to get. You want to get the Lucio and you want to get the Zen, so they can't use those support ults. Jerry Jr. triple kill onto the side from No Potential onto Cosmic. Another great ult usage and another great decisive victory. It did cost them a lot of ults, but they're still holding strong here on Streets Phase and Kings Row.
Now, back to what I was saying, Logan on Zen, the Discord orbs are very much helpful when it comes to focus firing, because at that point, you just focus fire who has the Discord. They take more damage anyways, but at the same time, you're going down just as easily as you're killing your opponent. So in that case, against a 2-2-2 comp like this, especially since there's no D.Va, you should be going as Ana as the flex support, I guess. Some people call Ana flex support. I always refer to her as main support.
To me, she is the main healer, absolutely. Those Ana grenades, essentially what could happen, but we got no Anas either side. Shatter able to just get Disgusting on the ground. The charge from Gazer earlier was not capitalized from No Potential. Charge comes out, finds somebody after Benji gets Neon, but Benji does pay for it thanks to being pinned against the wall from Jerry, but they're still moving forward very strong as they can, and they are in the fight. They are still holding around this corner as they are. It's 5v5 right now. No one's up on either one, but both Briggs essentially are gone. Fire Strike hits a lot, hits 3. High quality still very, very low, looking to get back up to where he needs to be. So getting close to that payload. The payload again for the attackers do heal. They are back. Ghostly able to use that rally again. That's armor and healing over and over and over. Grab comes out, finds Gazer, needs to be able to pick him down. Lucio will be able to save his Reinhardt's life. despite being in the grab and despite being discorded. Shatter finds 2 on the ground. EMP 6-man again. Taz, you insane person. But for some reason, Gazer still gets a double kill onto Ghostly and Jerry. Despite a 6-man EMP and a backup hack onto high quality, it is still Cosmic strong against this team. They had those 2 people up there, but they are stalling very well. No Potential is. Taz is here in the corner trying to poke back and forth, but I do believe that even despite that Jerry is back here, he is still contesting, but with the Discord and everything, it's going to be point B finally going to Cosmic. What an engagement.
Now, I just noticed actually that No Potential didn't make the swap over to Ghost, but he kept the Sombra, which is actually a good off tank, I guess. Not really a tank, but you know what I mean. It's a good disruptor for the Ghost comp, because when it comes to Ghost, you need to be together as a team when it comes to fights like that. And that's exactly what Cosmic did, and that's how they won the fight and effectively got the point. But now they have about 15 seconds to get to that last point to get extra rounds going and still beat No Potential in time. And as I say that, trades are going down left and right. The main tank is going down for No Potential.
Those ults are just going back and forth. Great exchange of everybody. We've got the grab coming out, the Lucio ult being used, the charge coming at the Shatter, only finding 1, but not able to live up. The charge came in from Jerry. He was capitalized on, but from Cosmic, able to take him down. Slowly moving forward, Cosmic up. Another double kill for Gazer. Grab comes out, getting just him. The charge on a grabbed Ryan. You missed it. No, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. EMP does find 2, and it does take down Logan. That's usually the target you want to go for, because again, EMP takes away shields, and Zenyatta is mostly shields. Does take it down. The great EMPs, but it's Cosmic still able to get all points here on King's Row as well.
And that's another reason why you would run an Ana over a Zen when it comes to just the Ghost combat in general, because Taz has been hitting off amazing EMPs. Like, I don't think that Taz has gotten any EMP except for that first map where it basically was less than 4 people getting caught in it.
It's always been very, very good. He's gotten 2 6-mans just this map, and he was able to essentially what you want. The Lucio is usually hiding around a corner when they realize that the Sombra has an EMP, because he can come around the corner and just drop the beat, and everybody gets their health back, and they can reposition where they need to be, because they still don't have any abilities, and they do get their shields back. You could argue that Zenyatta could definitely try and be around a corner, but he's not as mobile as Lucio to get back to the fight for being that far back. So the EMP targets, essentially, when you see a Sombra, is you want to try and go for the Zenyatta if there's one, because the Zenyatta has 50 health and 150 shields. Shields go away, and you can just pick them off very, very quickly. And it's usually EMP everybody, ha ha ha, I'm here, and they all turn around, but you should have time to hit all those enough bullets to finish off the last 50 health on the Zenyatta. Coming out here from a defense on No Potential, they are going to stick with what was working, and I think it was working. Essentially a 2 tank, 3 support, and that 1 Sombra, which we were talking about, but still sticking with the goats here on Cosmic as they're attacking again. Time banks very similar in the 2 to 3 minute range, and they're pushing forward, and the hack comes out onto Logan on the Zenyatta, and Taz is going to have to regroup the rest of his team. Does come back. He's up on the high ground, which I like to see. It's going to make high quality, have to deal with them up on their high ground. They're starting to get a tick. They do get a tick, but they're waiting for everything. The Zarya is very, very high charge on the side of No Potential. They're going to push forward. Great Ana grenade onto the Reinhardt. The Shatter comes out, does not find anyone, unfortunately. The stun onto Door does make it so that Jerry is able to get the kill onto Gazer, they're still pushing forward, and it does look like No Potential with that double kill from Door is going to be able to hold this push back, but they did give up 62% of the first point.
Now, to be fair to Cosmic, they do have a couple of supporter ults ready. They have Trance ready, and they have Rally ready. So for the next team fight, they can just push in on the Rally, and then use Logan's Trance to try to counter Jerry's grab. But other than that, everything was basically as you would expect when it comes to goes over here. Whoever lost the main tank lost the team fight usually.
Usually, and I did see that Door when they pushed forward, they did use that Shatter to try and stop the regroup that was happening. A Rally coming out, Charge coming out, does find someone to pin. It's not going to be enough, though, because we got Lucio being used. Grab does not find anybody. Nobody from that grab gets in. A great Ana grenade into the focus. Does find yourself Gazer. We got the D.Va Bomb coming out, going to be shielded, and using the best defense against D.Va ult is a wall. So able to get there. EMP finds all 5 remaining members of Cosmic, and that's going to be No Potential saying, okay, let's mow him down one more time. Gazer does respawn, but it's not going to be enough. Another hold coming out from No Potential.
Now, Gazer does manage to tell Door to, hey, go back to spawn, but by that point, it's already too late. Cosmic has one more team fight to try to get more points out of King's Row, so I don't know. If Cosmic can just group up and focus just as well as No Potential has been focusing, then they will be able to get at least one more point. Because as of right now, there's not going to be a draw.
Both shatters go into shields. Not going to happen, but Benji does figure out that he's a better Brig and does take down Ghostly. The mech is out for high quality. Clue does find Gazer. Transcendence being used to keep everybody off because it was a 4-man grab that happened. Jerry finding the pick onto Benji, and it's still No Potential up right now in this encounter in this fight, but the spawns can keep coming in on the side of Cosmic. A 3-man EMP again. Getting both ults is what you wanted and be able to finish off. Neon actually going to be able to get those final blows onto both the Loopy and Logan. Taz able to get the mini diva and the charge. And it's going to be not a full hold, but a great hold from No Potential. Cosmic just couldn't get past that 60%.
So at this point, like I said earlier, there is no way that either team can draw on this map. The only way for any team to draw on this map is if neither team get that first tick. But we've seen Cosmic get that first tick, so we know that this map is going to end one way or another with a winner. No Potential just needs to beat or even match the percentage that Cosmic have, which is 62%, by the way. Exactly, by the way. And
I mean, they're either going to get it or they're not, and I'll say this every time I see it. When that happens, I'm like, yes, the map's not a tie. It's not a total waste of our beautiful time. And even if they were able to get a tie, I would say this map and against these two teams is not a waste of time because this has been a great match between both Cosmic and No Potential. No Potential, again, was able to hold after 62%. I said 60. I am wrong. There it's 62% on this first point. They do have to get the 62.1. 62.0 is not enough. And here we go.
Yeah.
Cosmic, they are sticking with goats. They are just sticking with it. You would have liked to see the Ana instead of the Zen. I agree with a lot of your points, especially when we have the EMP and EMP against the Zenyatta. If the Zenyatta can't react like with Jay Jonak's split-second personality to know that, oh, there's the Sombra trans, and then the EMP only catches 5, you're not there. But coming out from Cosmic, sticking with what they got, 3 supports, 2 tanks, and the 1 Sombra. They're coming forward, both bubbles being used up by the Zarya. You'll see that as usually a call in their comms, essentially, okay, no projected, no personal for Zarya. Those are usually cooldowns you're looking for. Jerry seems to have a lot more charge than Disgusting right now. Able to find Taz in the back. That's going to be essentially for No Potential. Say, hold on, back up. We kind of need him. Let's back up. The stun, it comes out. Does allow Door to be taken down from Gazer, but they were already regrouping anyway. So great hold on this first engagement. Able to get that pick onto Taz here for Cosmic.
Now, you mentioned Jonak's reaction. We can all agree that Jonak is an amazing Zen player, but the thing is, he's also played Ana in GOATS as well, and performed just as amazing. So it's not like it's really the Ishgan or Jonak. It really all comes down to play style. Here, like Jonak with that first pick onto Taz. Okay.
Ooh, fat adder grenade from No Potential onto Cosmic. The grab also finds several. The shatter comes down, just gets Benji, but Ghostly and Door both find picks of their own. No Potential is up in this fight 6v4 right now, and 6v3 as Benji is taken out by Neon with a great, you see all in the kill feed up on the top. That Neon kill was thanks to Ryan, Zarya, and 2 others right away. We got the Lucio ult and the rally coming out as well. Alupi's trying to stall as best he can. High quality is going to be taken out from Taz in the high ground. EMP to say no more running around, ball. Stop it. Able to finish off Alupi, and that's going to be No Potential. Taping map 3 here on King's Row.
Yeah, now the only sad part is that I'm getting told that we actually lost this feed. So
it's okay.
Yeah,
hopefully we described it so well.
Yeah.
You heard every single thing.
Yeah, but
the game where they came up with a grab, they were able to regroup as with the Lucio ult, able to get that triple kill from Jerry as Cosmic was backing up. Of course it died, but that's no problem, guys. We're here. We're happy. It does look like the series goes to No Potential. However, they still play map 4. We're going to see if Cosmic can't get it back because I believe they can get this last map. I don't believe it'll be a full sweep, but we're going to take a short break. We're going to get our producer back into the game, and we'll be back with map number 4 in no time.
Don't go anywhere.
when your world feels like it's crumbling now, just know that I'll be around. I'll always be there to catch you when you're falling. I know that you've been feeling down every time that you call out. Girl, I will be there every time you need me. And you know we gotta be together, 'cause we are designed to be forever. And we are refined to say we'll never fall apart. Lean on me, I would always be there. Lean on me through your darkest nightmare. Lean on me.
And welcome back to the last map of this series, Cosmic against No Potential. No Potential already securing the win 3-0 against Cosmic, making me feel oh so guilty for giving Cosmic the caster's curse. My name is Music Man, by the way, and here with me, Spiftastic.
Yes, I'm here and I'm having fun talking about all the great plays that both teams are doing. It's not just, don't think that just because No Potential has a 3-0 lead and essentially won the series going into map number 4, that they are the only ones making plays. Sure, Taz is making some great plays, but the great team play that's coming out from Cosmic is still to be awarded and still to be brought up, because they were playing Goats very well on the first few attacks that No Potential was trying to do as they were attacking onto the first point on King's Row. They were running into Goats, and Goats was being played very well. Jerry kept pushing forward, which is what you're supposed to do, and he was getting backed up, but because the better sustain and the better front line that Cosmic had, it took them a while to get through, and they were able to get that. They were able to push forward, but it's still King's Row going the side of No Potential, the team, by the way, that I chose to take the win today.
Yeah, so this is between you and me. This is one of those moments where it's like, it pains me to admit that I was wrong, but you know, I was wrong. But that's all behind us now.
That's behind. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna
Matata. But yeah, the next map that we're going to be going into is going to be on the Escort. It is one of the, I believe it's the latest map that got introduced.
It is the latest Escort map. You are correct.
Yeah. Yeah, we are going to be going into, you guessed it, Havana, everybody's least favorite Escort map for whatever reason. Maybe because it's new, maybe because nobody knows how to play it yet, maybe because it takes place in Cuba and we all still hate Cuba, but I don't know.
Oh, Cuba's fine. In fact, I love the different color buildings they got next together. I think one of the reasons Havana is essentially the very first quote-unquote choke. It's not even a choke. It's just a straightaway. And the defensive team has plenty of angles they can use to just barrel down damage, because the payload actually goes slowly up a straight hill for, I don't know how many meters it is, but essentially to me it's an eternity. It's too long. But the snipers up on high ground, snipers around the back, the Junkrats are just raining death from above, and the attackers, that's going to be the first thing we'll be looking for on either side, is how the attackers are able to get past this first straightaway to finally get into the second phase or streets phase, because that's going to be a little more back and forth, because there's the high grounds and the third phase essentially very wide open, but again, very big sight lines on that as well. So I expect to see snipers almost round the clock on this map. So we're going to be seeing some more of Benji going against more of Taz. And so far, Taz has been getting those headshots onto Benji first almost every time.
Well, what I've been seeing being played on here on Havana, which, by the way, the first phase is street phase. But anyways, I've seen quite a bit of pirate ship being played like every now and then on my ladder matches. So who knows? Maybe this might be one of the few times we see pirate ship that's not Junkertown. But yeah, gates are open, and we are going to be taking a quick peek into the quote-unquote new meta of Overwatch once 2-2 lock comes into play, because Cosmic over on the blue side is going to be going that Orisa Hog, May, Reaper, and a Baptiste, and No Potential on the red side. Kind of a mirror, but still with the double sniper as a DPS instead of the May Reaper. And even as I look back at it now, it's not really a mirror comp, is it? The only mirrors that there are the tanks.
I was mentioning this first engagement essentially is because they are down this very long straightaway. I was so expecting to see the snipers, but because they are picking both the brawly types of Disgusting on the May and the Benji on the Reaper, they are going to be holding super close. They need to. They need to be able to have the damage potential here. The great use of the fortify on the pool that nobody able to get the hook pill on from no potential onto Cosmic. But again, you saw Orisa go high up in the air. It was pretty fun because that's what happens. The hook is going to be does go through, and the May wall does stop him from getting wrecked with his group. Benji does pick it off. First blood going on to Jerry's face. Great anti grenade onto the side of on Cosmic's face. But Taz and Door both finding picks of their own, bidding it more in favor of them. It's even more and more in favor of them because their respawn is right there. Cosmic realizes that they're going to back up and hold the next corner, regroup here, coming out from no potential as they're pushing the payload forward.
Now, I'm surprised that Cosmic decided to basically defend the payload at spawn, because while that is a good place to stop a payload, it's usually you usually see that being stopped at around the first corner that we're going through right here. But Sights is going to go out by Taz already, and then Andy is going to get both tanks for Cosmic. Mercy is going to go down on the side of no potential, so that may stop some healing. Bongos is going to come out from Gazorb, but
it was a great shot. I like what came out here from the side of the attackers. No potential. They had gone onto they'd switched off their Hanzo instead of gone onto that beautiful Pharah Mercy, rating death from afar and above, because they were just rating death and just damage upon damage upon damage. They have more on their side, especially when their DPS are far behind. But the brawly more comp from Cosmic was just being rolled over thanks to all the oppression from afar that No Potential was getting. And it's going to let No Potential get this first point.
Now, the thing about the whole May Reaper DPS meta is that, yes, it's a strong meta because both teams are running it back to back, but at the same time, it can get easily countered by a Pharah. And Ghostly, he just swapped off to the Pharah and already has Barrage for this next fight.
So, was hitting all of his shots.
Yeah, but now we have Disgusting.
Boosted from Neon.
But now we have Disgusting and Benji, both on hit scan DPS player. Disgusting on the Sniper, Benji on the McCree. So that's a good,
as we're saying that, Ghostly actually gets off the Pharah with the Rocket Barrage and said, okay, look, the second phase, we need to definitely be more brawly. We need some May, so we're going to get that. They've eaten it up. It's 5v5, and now it's back to 4v4 as both teams have lost both members. Now, May and Anna are both down on the side of No Potential, but they have the payload for healing. And in fact, Neon's able to get Clue right back up, even though Door was able to get off a loopy. So it does look like they're going to come forward, and Jerry can get this pick. Great halt into a headshot, thanks to the combination of the halt and the headshot from Taz. So it's still No Potential, basically coming back to full team force, and Cosmic will have one recontest, but it's going to be really, really close, and they're going to have to be really, really brawly, but they have the high ground on this, and they got the whole hog with a nano boost, and it's going to be frozen solid enough to get that hook off to make him stop doing it. Now, Clue does find Benji, and the Widow is now a Widow v Widow fight, and they're not able to find who they need to get. The sights are up on the side of No Potential. Door able to get the whole hog kill into high quality. Jerry also finding Logan. Disgusting does get the Mercy, so it's all the healers down, and Jerry double kill. You like to see the tanks get some love too. They're going to push that payload all the way to point B, and we only got one more point to go.
Now, one thing that I will give No Potential the amount of respect for is their synergy. No Potential looks like they've been playing on all cylinders since map 1, despite having that advantage. Like, if it was just map 1 that they won, I probably would have called that a fluke. But because they've been doing this so consistently for up until now, where they secured the series and are looking for the 4-0, that is just No Potential is the force to be reckoned with.
And it does, and as you're saying that, Cosmic is fighting back. Disgusting gets the pick. They got the halt hook combo into it as well. They were to get these picks upon pick upon pick, and it's going to make No Potential to back up and reset because Disgusting is popping off disgustingly on this Widow, and Taz is going to have to find that headshot that he's been finding before. Otherwise, Disgusting is going to keep making the tempo of this fight more in the favor of the defenders on Cosmic.
Yeah, and right now... Yeah, that was a good halt hook combo from the side of Cosmic. It didn't amount to a pick, but Gazorb does go down as a little bit of a punishment there, and No Potential still manages to push the payload.
They are up 63. That was a fat anti-grenade onto the May and the Orisa, but thanks to the combos, the May wall from Ghostly to stop to kind of follow up that halt hook combo, essentially making it so when that hog is there, which was the one that got hooked, he can get the heavy breather, get the damage reduction, get the 300 health, but it's not going to be enough when you can't get backed up healed. So they're going to continue pushing forward. There's going to be one more real engagement that Cosmic has to stop this push. May ult being used. That's going to be a lot of people frozen. Then just barely gets Logan as well, and Ghostly finds the headshot. Jerry and Taz are going to get those picks as well. It's 6v3. So now it's 5v. The Disgusting with the double kill, giving the chance to Cosmic until Jerry gets a double kill as well. That's going to be a full capture here on Havana for No Potential.
It always hurts my heart to see teams basically jump everything that they can to try to either secure a point or defend a point, only to lose the team fight afterwards. And that's exactly how Cosmic seems to be playing. Like they know what they need to do. I believe that they know what needs to be done, but they're just not doing it. Like no potential. I will admit now, more so than ever, they're looking like they're just smacking Cosmic left and right with how coordinated their alt users are, their target priorities are. Everything seems to be from no potential, as if they're like top 500 teams ready to make it into contenders trials.
I mean, they're all again they're in the diamonds levels for either teams. It's based off who can really capitalize, as you mentioned, synergy. Who's gonna find the best thing they can do with that Halt? You can't really stop a Halt. So props over there for Jerry and props over there for Gazer getting those Halts to where they need to be, just behind and just above the Orisa shield. And it really depends on if they're going to get a hook or they're going to get a headshot, either from Taz, High Quality, or Disgusting, who was on the Widow, who basically was popping off on that defense. But it wasn't quite enough. The No Potential was able to push all the way towards the end, just over 3 minutes in their time bank. And we're going to see what they're going to be doing here on defense. Ghostly going to be staying on that Mei. Taz going to be staying on that Widow, which is what been working very well. I like seeing Mercies on both sides, because there was when she was first out and you get a 6-person res ult, kind of overpowered, but now the very strategic single res usage is very, very important. What does it look like Cosmic's doing here on attack?
On attack, Cosmic is trying to just like do what's been done to them. Like try to run the double sniper, try to run the Anna Mercy, do whatever they can, which it can work. Don't get me wrong, it can work. The problem is that it doesn't seem like Cosmic has been playing as a team all series. Like if you're
And
looking
right
at
now,
the
it looks like Cosmic is getting their combos. They got 2 out of 2, and right now, their Halt hook combo, fat and a grenade onto Cosmic is going to allow No Potential to start pushing forward and just take out what this push was happening. But the Mercy pocket onto the Hog is happening until you get the hook and does take it down. Double kill for Door. Great hold there for No Potential.
Now, one thing about No Potential is I mentioned before that they're basically like well coordinated with their target prioritization. Cosmic is playing as if they're just trying to get a pick. But the problem is that
Onto
when No
onto
Potential answers
Cosmic
back,
is going
No Potential answers with the right pick. Like Cosmic, they get a DPS player down. No Potential answers by getting a main tank down, which a main tank is more valuable than a DPS. No matter how you look at it.
they are the center stone of the team. They are there to hold ground, make space, hold the space, and it is look like the Halt is going to be able to take down Jerry. Logan, great pick, a great Mei wall to stop and continue to hold it around this corner. Valkyrie coming out, who got nano boosted, because a nano boosted Valkyrie is scary because she's very glowy at that point. Benji able to get a double kill on a Ghostly Include, thanks to that Dragon Strike. Door doesn't bring out the whole Hog to kind of even it up. A double kill, triple kill for Door. This engagement on a High Quality and Benji as well. Another hold from No Potential, and I'm wondering what Cosmic needs to do to break through this barricade.
Right now, the win condition for Cosmic is literally the Nano Hog. Like, Gazor can drop bongos whenever he wants, really. But the win condition that Cosmic really needs to focus on is that Nano Hog. Now, when I say Nano Hog, I don't mean just Nano Hog and let him do his thing. I mean Nano combined with whole Hog. Because that breaks shields, knocks everybody's back, and the damage gets doubled. Okay, so here comes the whole Hog. Not necessarily the Nano, but the bongo that's going to come down. Benji gets
double kill. The Cosmic is a triple kill that's engaged in Benji. Quadruple kill for our Hanzo player popping off. I'm sorry, did I say 4? I meant 5. 5 final blows from Benji to win this engagement and possibly get Cosmic to point A.
You see, it's places like that it's like I really have no words on what to say because while No Potential had a strong defense for now, it's just one mistake like that where Benji just pops off and gets another 2 with the Dragon Strike, while Disgusting gets a 3rd, and that's another reset for No Potential. Now it seems like the DPS from Cosmic are getting more organized, the tanks are more synergized with their Halt Hook combos, and the supports are keeping up the right players. This is what I wanted to see from Cosmic's all series long, and unfortunate for Benji that he gets killed by a headshot from Mercy.
Benji was popping off. He was running on that adrenaline from that 5K. He thought he could deal with the Mercy. And, to be fair, any Hanzo think they should be able to deal with the Mercy. And Mercy had like no health left, does get taken down. But then Mercy's hitting right back. So this is a 5v5 right now as they're coming around this corner here. Another halt, another hook is going to run into that fortify thanks to it. But that and a grenade combo again with that hook is actually really, really well. The grenade is going to hit high quality, going to take him out. Ghostly also finding a pick. No potential is up in this team fight 6v4 right now as both respawns have come back. But it does look like No Potential is able to hold this as another halt hook combo from Endor, brings in Gazer, eats his face, and they're going to move the payload back slowly and surely.
Yeah, and the thing about this fight is that No Potential finally found their bearings. Now they grouped up. They decide, you know what? Just give them whatever space that they need, and then we'll go back at them hard. And that's exactly what happened. Ult economy now does give a slight advantage towards No Potential. Here comes a whole hog, by the way, but he does get
double
anti.
kill.
Now, double kill is nice and all, but if you can't follow it up with another kill with a whole hog, then it's like there is potential for Cosmic to come back, which I believe is exactly what just happened.
Pick there does get Clue with that halt hook combo, and it was essentially the Cosmic here do have the respawn advantage. So despite them getting picked slowly and surely from No Potential just needs to back up and let that happen some more. Now the halt can also be comboed with the Ana grenade, like right there, hits 3 of them with the anti-grenade. They're gonna have to back up using the supercharger in the window. They can take it down. Jerry trying to contest the payload is going to be shot down thanks to high quality. Disgusting getting a double kill. Gazer finding his own high quality double kill this engagement as well with that whole hog. Logan does shut down Door, and Benji finds Neon, and that's going to be Cosmic there. Get the team kill against No Potential. So now they're going to get point B, and they're going to see how they can do with it during this last stretch.
The only thing that I had to talk smack to Cosmic about it is using that Nano Hog in the end combo because it was already a 1-5 by then. You had 3 down from No Potential. You didn't need to commit more ult into it, but they did. And let's just see how it works, because right now Clue still has his Nano. And the only thing that I can see you comboing with really is Ghostly, because that amps up the dragons even.
Ends up the fantastic storm arrows as well, because that's just a lot of shield break, and it is very valuable to get that shield down, because then it's just death raining from afar. Great halt hook combo again from Door onto Benji, does pull him in, did it well, and the hook does find Door trying to bring him forward. You're going to use that breather to try and keep him alive. Dragon Strike being used as well, slowly ticking down the damage on the tanks. Nano comes out on the side of No Potential onto that Door, onto Whole Hog, gets slept, and they're going to be leaving him alone. We don't want an angry hog to deal with. Disgusting able to pick off Taz, winning the Widow duel this time. Door does take down Gazer. Jerry finding high quality. That's both hogs out of the fight right now. And except for, Door is still here, but No Potential is essentially holding this corner very well. We need to see what Cosmic can do to change this to maybe a Dragon Strike to get him out of that way, or just essentially. And speaking of there's the Dragon. Door does find Benji right after he threw it, though. Door is hooked in, taken out by Disgusting. It's 5v5 right now. We got Gazer switching off onto a Reinhardt to try and basically use the W key and swing his hammer, but he's going to be taken out by Jerry. Alupi does get Benji back up, and Disgusting finding head after head, and Jerry does get Benji after that. Taz winning this Widow duel against Disgusting, and they're still holding this corner despite both teams losing members. It is still right now very much in favor of No Potential on defense, despite the spawn advantage that Cosmic has.
Well, one thing that's been helping No Potential is with Neon's res. Neon has been getting quite the key reses needed to sustain the fight just a little bit more. And right now I'm seeing Cosmic do a Rein D.Va tank duo from the Orisa Hog, which isn't bad, but normally when you think of Rein, you also think of Zarya. But in this case, it actually helps them because of the halt hook combos, because when you're running Orisa Hog, halt hook is a little bit on the iffy side, because you can just hold above the shield, and yeah, there we go. But as I say,
if he's holding his shield while he's being halted in the air, everyone's still behind his shield. You can't hook it. But all the engagement here happened very well, very clean. It did look like I like why they switched off to Rein, because again, that really does stop the halt hook combo because of the Rein reason we just gave you, but also because of the D.Va reason. The D.Va can go up and eat all the damage that hooked player is dealing with. Now they are going to be going into overtime. The ball has come out from high quality. They are going to get it into overtime. A sleeping Nano Rein is a fantastic use of making sure that the Rein doesn't come up to your face. Again, that we don't want the extra damage. Dragon Strike pushing the back. Clue does get Disgusting, who is switched off from the Widow onto that Tracer. Taz has finding Benji before being taken out by the Anna Grenade from Logan. Gazer finding a pick as well. Neon, again, you're mentioning Rez's. There's Rez right back up in the door. Anna Grenade finds 3 from the flank, and it's Hog essentially on the side of Cosmic that could be doing that is just going to be a pain in their butt, quite literally, until they deal with him. But Dragon Strike does come out from spawn directly on the payload. They need to stay on it. They were trying to get out of the way just barely. They were able to keep it there, but Ghostly, it does just barely get Gazer. Double kill for Ghostly as well, hitting Disgusting. High qualities here. It's still 3 members of Cosmic trying to push forward against this defensive team from No Potential. Clue finds a Loopy, and it's slowly going down, Logan does find Clue before we're taken out by Taz. Another great hold from No Potential. No Potential takes the series 4-0 against Cosmic.
Now, the only thing that I have to complain about Doors in that last team fight was being behind Cosmics, because that was just poor positioning. Now, granted, it couldn't be helped because of where he died and where he got res, but still, it's one of those where there probably could have been better routes to have him be more of an asset to the team. But here we see Benji with basically his 4K that we got earlier. 2 of them being headshots, mind you. So.
That was so beautiful. Well played, Benji.
But yeah, so it's just one of those where this was just an unfortunate series from Cosmic, from the technical issues from map 1 to having to run a ringer in map 2 to just things not working out for them. Granted, Cosmic did put up a fight. It's just that No Potential in this case turned out to be just that much better.
I would agree with you. I will say that Cosmic definitely played very well. Did not make the last 3 maps easy for No Potential to get, but I think there was there might have been a mental component to this where No Potential was like, okay, we easily won Nepal. They didn't have a person, they were able to get a person, but they were already up. Haha, we got this. We dominated them. We're going to continue doing this, and they did continue doing this. Cosmic, despite playing very well, can't picture a time when they weren't playing just very, very well. There were times when they definitely needed to regroup a little bit more. They needed to hit their halt hook combos as much as No Potential was, but they were playing a very good game of Overwatch. They just weren't able to overcome No Potential. So I'm gonna send a question over here to you, Music Man. One question for you, and it's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Really stood out to you as more of a VIP player of the match?
Well, my vote for player of the match, like everybody on No Potential did what they had to do, but the person that stand out the most to me, I would have to give it to Taz.
I mean, that was my pick over here. I had him circled. He's here on my thing. Yeah, because he was dominating there on the DPS role, taking out plenty of headshots, winning most of the duels against most of the Widows. But I'm going to give it to over here his counterpart on the last few maps, which was Disgusting, because Disgusting was disgusting. He was actually very good. I think this would have been a completely different series if Disgusting was able to have be in that first map on Nepal to give Taz that contention, which he was, because he was popping off on as much as Taz was popping off the entire series on No Potential. When Disgusting came in for Cosmic, he was showing that, yeah, I can pop off too. And they were. I want to give props to both teams. They did very well. The halt hook combos from both teams were very well, slightly better on one than the other, but nobody's counting, because the only thing we count and care about right now is that No Potential was able to get all 4 maps against Cosmic. So they're going to take this series 4-0. And I think that's going to do it for me and us over here on production, guys. Again, this has been the Overwatch Valkyrie Activities Association in conjunction with the Right Media Group. We just saw Cosmic go against No Potential, No Potential, getting that full sweep. I've been your play-by-play caster, Spifftastic me. And over here on my side has been my color caster, Music Man. I've truly appreciate it, my good sir. And of course, we want to thank the other person who's here. The production manager, the man of the plan, Kez. Thank you. He's the one that was showing you everything that was awesome to see. Any last words from you, Music Man?
This was just an amazing match, and if you're wanting to see more matches like this, where it's really been head-to-head, who is basically making the stronger team plays, be sure to follow us. Follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and stay tuned, because we have another match tomorrow at about the same time.
Absolutely. Again, guys, you're watching this here, so twitch.tv/OWVAA. That's where you got to see some of this great gameplay. That's going to do it for us today. Have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you here next time for another beautiful day for some Overwatch.
Stay beautiful.